I mean, I guess I could do the Half-Life one.
Half-Life, aka middle age.
Whoa! If you were 15 when this game came out, you are now 40. Oh my god, I feel old.
So there we are. We are on a train. We are on a train to work. Work at the
Ooh.
science facility. I
The-
am Gordon Freeman.
Gordo
Morgan Freeman's
Fremo.
grandson, no relation. Gordon is a hazardous materials research scientist guy, right? And
I
he works at
see.
a super top secret underground science facility called Black
Ooh.
Mesa, which is in New Mexico.
Whoa!
Now, Gordon is all
Better
about
than
the
old
science,
Mexico.
but he is also all about the silence, because he is a silent
Oh.
protagonist. You see, he is completely deaf. Yeah. You see, there was an unfortunate Q-tipping accident. He put the
we've
little
been
stick
there.
in there, and when he pulled it out, no cotton on the other end. He tried the other ear.
Oh
Same
no.
thing.
You're getting off topic. The important thing here is Black Mesa. Now, here at Black Mesa, we are developing portals and are in direct competition with Aperture Laboratories. You know, the guys who make the portal gun. It's like a space race, but with portals.
All
A
right, so
portal
we're hurrying to work
race.
on the tram, and a voiceover happens.
Good morning and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated
Wow.
train is provided
The
for
tram
security and
ride.
convenience of
Absolute
Black Mesa
Kino.
Research Facility personnel. Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times.
Absolute
Now,
cinema.
when I first got this game, I was far too young to be playing something so scary. So what I liked most about this game was not the inevitable head grabs and zombies that are coming up, but instead this nice train ride. And then once scary things started happening, new game. Nice
Go back to the
train
train ride.
So we're halfway through our commute, and there's a tram coming towards us. And you see in that other
Who's
car?
the
That was the
G-Man?
G-Man. He is an important figure throughout the franchise. But
Who's
he's
the
not
G-Man?
important right now, so we continue on with our lovely train ride until finally, we reach our stop.
Here we go.
But then we slow down even more because this guy Barney is so goddamn slow. Let me off the train. Let me off the train.
Hurry up, Barn. I'm
Come on,
late.
man. Can you walk twice as fast, please? The guard comes up to us. I believe his name is Barney. And he says,
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
so we hop off the
Why
train
are you-
and we run towards the entrance. We enter the big facility. There's screens everywhere. Look
Whoa.
at those CRT televisions.
Look at those-
Very advanced.
look at those
We run past
TVs.
a bunch of scientists.
What?
Hong,
Hi.
says Gordon very deftly. On our way down to the science room, we see,
The
there's
G-Man.
the G-Man again.
Who's
we
the
just saw him like a long way away. How did he get there? And
Who's
this
the
other person
G-Man?
is the administrator. So the G-Man gives the administrator a sample of a type of Xenian crystal. They're used in order to open portals. The administrator is very excited, and he really wants this test to go well. So
Wait, that was
he
Bree?
then gives the instruction, use this crystal, run power at 105% instead of 90%, which is the nominal amount. And so we're going to be doing a very unsafe experiment. All right, we're still going to the lab, but first
Risky.
we're gonna take a quick detour. Let's go to the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, there are a couple of things. But also, there is a microwave. You run up to the microwave and you press the button, beep, beep, boop, and it overheats one of your co-workers' soups.
Oh,
it
no.
belongs to a guy named Magnuson.
Gordon, you lousy motherfucker. Stop fucking with the microwave!
It is not vital to the plot, but it is canon. So,
Okay.
you know,
It's
we'll do Half-Life 2
canon.
at some point, and that will come back up.
Come on, Gordon. We got work to do.
Okay, so we go
Yeah, got
into
work
the
to do.
changing rooms, and in the changing rooms are a bunch of last names on all the lockers, and those are the last names of a lot of the devs. But we have to find our locker. So where is Freeman? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Cooper! Do not open that locker.
Are you seriously watching porn?
No!
No! I'm with the
Oh, it's
science
Mel.
team. Why do
It's
we
Mel.
all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
Those
Come
goddamn
on,
ties.
Gordon. You gotta get your environmental suit.
Now, this suit is important, not just because it looks
Remember
good,
when
but it gets
a bit of a detour. Remember when Project Melody, when we thought Project Melody was good? Remember when we thought Project Melody was good? But in reality, she literally is just cam girl, but anime. Which would then set a precedent of all Western VTubers Let's be real. Yeah. Good times, huh?
Gives you a health bar and it protects you from the elements. So you go over to the
Ooh.
suit and you unlock it and then you jump in. But we're still running late for work, so we gotta get down to the action lab where
Nice.
action science happens. Action. Neil deGrasse Tyson is waiting for us and we're late.
Start the game.
Where's the train?
Oh, no.
Where's the train? So we jump in an
Oh
elevator
no!
and we get
It's
down
the
to
science
lower
man.
floors.
It's
Here
Black
you see
Science
a whole bunch
Man.
of tubes and electricity is around the place, and all
Wow.
the scientists who walk by say, "Oh, Gordon, you're so late." But that suit is very stylish, but you're
Very handsome. Gorgeous
so we get
Freeman,
into
even.
a room with 4 scientists.
Ah, Gordon.
Wow.
Here you are.
Do you think we should split an atom? I think it's a good idea to split an atom.
Ooh, that sounds
I
like an
wanna reverse the
amazing
polarity of the
idea.
neutron flow.
I want to add baking soda and vinegar together in one of those paper mache volcanoes.
Oh my god, that's what killed the
That's
dinosaurs.
They're
amazing!
waiting for you, Gordon. In the
Test
chamber.
chamber.
The scientist walks over to his Viewmaster goggles.
There we go.
Rafiki, you son of a bitch. I got you this time.
Beautiful.
Here is where they keep some of the already split atoms.
Ooh, split atoms. Split atoms. What if we put an electron in in every single person's in every single cell of a person? I saw that meme where it's like mods add an extra neutron or electron to this man, to every one of his cells. Oh, it's an electron. Electron. Mods add one electron to every atom in his body. And if you don't know how it happens, simply put, you go boom. You go boom. You'd explode into goo. Kind of like what happened with Rorschach at the end of Watchmen. Spoilers, by the way. But then again, if you watch the funny Ligma joke, then yeah, you probably already know what I mean.
Now they're really pushing this machine to the limit, right? Because they are running things at 105% capacity.
Uh-oh.
Machines are breaking
Oh
all over the
no!
place.
It's about to go
Computers are exploding.
critical!
Oh no, the data's going everywhere.
No,
So
the
Gordon
data!
finally reaches the front door of the science room. And the 2 scientists there are like, Gordon, are you sure about this? Are you ready for this? This is
I
going
am
to be the most
100%
advanced
ready.
science experiment we've ever done. And Gordon's just like staring at them in absolute silence. He's got no idea what he said.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
Uh-huh.
for good reason.
Mm.
This is a rare
Yes.
opportunity for us.
Yes.
This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
Ooh,
Yes.
Considered the
pure.
most unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you follow standard
He's just
insertion
doing my
procedures,
bit.
you'll be fine.
Lay
The
off,
scientists
buddy.
are saying that, hey, we've got the purest crystal sample we've ever had. And you're going to need to put this in like a big energy beam, right? So it's going
Alright,
to do,
yeah.
I don't know, something really cool.
It's
Maybe
gonna do
an
some
explosion.
science.
I'm very excited at that idea. Open the door,
Ooh,
fellas.
very
It's
cool.
science time.
It's time for
Go
science!
ahead. Let's let him in now.
Let's go in. Come on, let's do it.
We are in the middle of a
Wow.
5-story chamber, and here you can see a big apparatus. That's where the beams
Apparatus.
come from. And Gordon's job
Who
is now to
farted?
climb a ladder and get to a platform near the top where he can press a button.
Alright, push
and
the
then
button.
he has to push a cart into the beam, which is now turned on.
Uh-oh, the zappy beam!
Okay, Gordon. Now slightly touch the crystal.
Alright,
into
just
the big-
gamers, just
No,
push all that
Gordon,
gamers up
wait.
there.
Gordon.
Just push it in and then...
Not the whole crystal. Gordon.
Oh.
No, Gordon.
But
Oh,
he couldn't
no!
hear them. because of his deafness.
Oh no, he put it too deep! He put it balls deep! It's not shutting down! Ah!
Green
Oh
stuff.
no!
Gordon gets a
Green
massive
stuff!
dose of radiation.
My science, Gordon. Is that a heckin' alien?
Oh my science! Oh my Fauci!
There's a big error and explosion. Everything goes black.
Whoa.
Gordon is breathing heavily. And not just because he has asthma, but it's a very tense situation.
Very tense. Very tense.
And a moment later,
Alright.
we're back in the room. Everything seems to be falling down all around us, without warning. Gordon
Whoa!
is sent to an alien land.
Oh my-
This place is called
What
Zen.
the
There are
heck?
creatures everywhere. There's these things that don't quite look like plants and not quite like mushrooms. They're very large. Then everything cuts to
They're
black
aliens
again.
and...
We're suddenly surrounded
What
by
the-
these 4 alien things. Gordon doesn't know what they are, but we do. They are called Vortigauns. Now, they don't look super hostile, but they don't look super pleased to see you either.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly it goes black again.
Beam.
Everything is even more destroyed than before. And now we gotta get
Everything
out of here.
is
We gotta run for our
exploded.
lives. We go
Gotta
over
get
to the
outta
exit to
here.
escape, and we see on the ground a dead scientist.
No!
They spent so much time wondering if they could. They didn't stop to think whether they should.
We run into the hallway, and we see a bunch of scientists lying on the ground.
Gordon, I think this one's gonna pull through. As long
He's
as
gonna
nothing crushes him.
At least that... Oh, he explode. I mean,
But there's no
they said crush. They didn't say... They said crush. They said crush. He clearly exploded. Anyways.
of gamer sub. Everything is where all of the gamer subs is made.
Welcome, Gordon. I'm Sandra.
Anyways.
And this is my coworker.
The name's heavy liability. Let me put down this new
Nice.
experimental flavor, resonance raspberry.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh
Now
no.
it's getting in Gordon's eyes.
Oh
Things
no.
are happening everywhere.
Oh,
I'm
no, the
going into a
portals.
portal. Listen up, Sandra. It's time to get serious. Last time we gave away free samples of gamer subs. You abused that trust. Some of you ordered
Uh-oh.
several packets to the same address. Many of you sent it to Zimbabwe and other places.
Zimbabwe.
And so they said no more free samples. But
No more
you
free
can have
samples.
20% off store-wide.
Wow,
For
what a
limited time
deal.
only.
That's a great deal.
But this only goes for 48 hours. After that, you only get 10% off, but then that's permanent. Uh-oh, I dropped my diabetes medication.
Oh,
into one of the
no.
packets. Someone's gonna get a big surprise. Could it be you, champ?
Oh?
So if you go to GameStop,
I mean, I don't have diabetes, but
you get 20%
sounds like a
off.
steal.
Or if you're slow, 10%
Literally,
off. Also, they send
I'm
me
stealing
kickbacks.
someone's medication.
And
Alright.
It's him.
Oh no!
Aw.
Funny.
But there's no time to mourn now. We
Yeah,
have
no
to
time
get
to
out of here.
no time to
That's
mourn.
right,
We gotta
Mark.
get out.
We don't know
We
the
gotta get out of
extent
here.
damage. The whole facility could collapse around us.
We enter the
Yeah.
next room,
it
and we
could
see these two
explode.
scientists on the ground, and they're going, I should have never listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Now we're gonna
Yeah,
be
me
living
neither.
a half-life.
Ah, that's the name of the game. Also, this guy. Also, what the heck is that thing?
Let alone create one.
Science man, they're talking gibberish. What's a resonance cascade?
Yeah, what is
Well,
that?
Mark, this is kind of science 101.
What is that?
But basically, sometimes when you open a portal too well, it opens lots and lots of portals. It's called a
Oh,
portal storm. Another portal, and another
that's a lot of
portal.
portals.
And that is what's happening right now in real life at CERN.
Is that really true?
Oh,
Please, get to the surface
damn
as
atom
soon as you
smashers.
can and let someone know we're stranded down here.
So this scientist is going to lead us into the next room, and he quickly looks at the viewfinder. Mufasa's dead.
No!
No! Why
know,
did we
resonance
still?
cascade.
Come on, Mark, we gotta get through the laser room.
What?
The
What's
laser room?
It's a guy with a laser pointer. Watch out!
Ah!
Oh no!
So we have to
Holy
crouch down
shit,
to
those are
dodge
some
the laser, and
powerful
then we crawl on into the
lasers.
next room. We keep going.
Some
There's
powerful
explosions,
lasers.
There's head crabs. There's lasers happening all
Crabs!
around him. It's
All
very exciting.
lasers!
But wait, Mark. What's a head
What is
crab?
that?
Have you seen a coconut crab? Okay, it's like that, except what they do is they jump on your head and they turn you into a zombie. They have these mandibles in their gross mouth and they latch onto the inside of you. Now, they actually don't kill you like a zombie. They keep you alive, and the person who is being controlled by the head crab feels everything.
Kill him!
Worse than death.
Put him out of his
Mark,
misery!
you're getting distracted. Pick up that crowbar and let's get to the elevator.
So we press the button and we're about to get out of here.
All right, let's get out it.
Going down?
No, we're going up actually.
Oh, okay.
Up to heaven.
So we climb up the
Zoinks.
elevator shaft, and at the top we see a guard fighting a head crab.
Zombie!
Now this is usually where the game would get too scary for me, and I would
And then
go,
reset to the tram.
new game. Time to ride the train again, please.
Yeah, we'll just go
So
back to
we're
the
chatting with
tram.
security guard, and he goes,
Man, am I glad to see you. What the hell are these things?
I don't
Why are they
know.
wearing science team uniforms.
I have something to tell you, Barney.
"What is it?"
They are the science team. This is what happens when you put too much baking soda in the volcano, Barney.
Oh no!
So we're fighting our way through the hallways, and we're killing head crabs, and we're making it to the trolley. And then,
All right,
once
we
we're
gotta
made
get to the
we'll
trolley.
be able to, get back home to my apartment, and then I can just kind of hide out in the bathroom until this all blows over. And
Yeah, just like Shaun of the Dead.
if anyone asks if I did it, I wasn't there. I didn't even show up to work today. I had terrible diarrhea, I swear.
Come on,
Yeah,
Mark, we gotta go.
I feel that.
Which way's to the tram?
Turn left here.
Wait a second.
What?
This is a locker room.
Oh, well, while we're here, have you ever noticed that if you go over to Gordon Freeman's locker, there's a photograph of a baby in there?
Does Gordon have a daughter or a son, a child? And look, the 37 mandala and the Orchid Eater by Mr. Mark Laidlaw.
Which means that, at the very least, Gordon is a kid.
Yeah, wow.
Uh-oh.
Right? Or it's canon that he was once a baby. But, Gordon's like, never forget what you're fighting for.
Right, Mark.
Yeah, never forget what you're fighting for. This is me as but a babe.
Right.
Oh, look, it's that office from before with the G-Man in it. But now there's a scientist there fighting a head crab. File this one under D for dead.
Dead! Yeah,
No, wait, Mark.
got
I said
him!
Go west.
Oh, good navigating. We've run right into one of those vortigons.
Oh
with their
no, those
electric
Vortigons,
fingers.
but they're
So we take the second exit on the
evil.
roundabout to the train platform. We have made it. We gotta get back to my apartment.
Yeah.
I've got a kid at home. I haven't fed them in several days. So we
Yeah,
run over
let's
to
get the heck
tram,
outta
and
here.
we jump on, and we leave, and we
And
go
we
home
leave forever.
happily ever after.
Or do they?
Goes.
All right, fine. Well, when we
Or do
actually
they?
get to the train platform, it's all destroyed. There's a scientist there, and he's standing on the broken platform. We wander over to the scientist. Maybe he knows a way out of here.
Maybe we can help him.
Stay back! Gordon!
But don't forget,
Uh-oh.
Gordon is deaf. And we're like jumping up and down on it.
Oh no!
Now, when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, if there's a way to like somehow safely get down into this like abyss area. Or
Yeah,
somehow
Yeah, if only there was a way to get down in that death abyss, that instant kill abyss.
reach the tram, even
If
though I'm not
only.
supposed to, they might be able to just let me get out of here. I just didn't understand game logic, and I wanted to get away from all the scary things.
Did your parents buy you this game when you were 7? Or...
Yeah, here you go, have fun.
Oh no!
So we head back.
I mean, that's actually what happened with me and Diablo. Well, my brother bought it, but I had access to it, and I turned out pretty good. Pretty good. To think that if it weren't for Diablo, I wouldn't be here. Man, I really should play Diablo. In fact, I kind of want to play Diablo after this. Maybe.
Back into the facility. We have to find an
All right.
alternative route to escape. We run into a second cafeteria and we find a new scientist.
Hello, Gordon.
New
Dr.
enemies with
Coomer!
barnacle things.
What the heck?
Help me, Gordon.
Ropes!
He climbs through vents. He finds a shotgun.
Among Us.
There's a guard
Shotgun.
that follows Gordon around for a little while. He ends up in a freezer at one point. Now, while in the freezer, Look.
It skipped because I forgot to whitelist this.
he ends up split a can of Zimbabwe. mascot, and they split a can of Zimbabwe zucchini flavor. Limited edition. You only have 1 minute to get it before. Oh, it's too late, fellas. GameStop.gg/story mode. He ends up in a freezer at one point.
One day
While
I'll
in the
get a
freezer,
Gamer Subs flavor
look
for
who it
myself.
is. We spot the G-Man again.
Who's
Why
the
is he
G-
so unaffected by the destruction around him?
Who's
What
the
does he know
G-Man?
that he's not letting on? But there's no time for that, because suddenly this scientist does an action dive, which is wicked sick cool.
Whoa! What a
Old
badass!
Sheldon. Where's he going?
Old
He's
Sheldon.
making a beeline out of there.
Well, I don't like his
Get outta
chances of
here.
escape. See, I've got some bad news that's really gonna increase the stakes.
Huh?
First, the government sends in a bunch of soldiers to kill all the scientists. These
No!
soldiers are called HECU, Hazardous Environment Combat Unit. And then, once everybody has been killed, they will nuke the place.
Uh-oh.
But why? Why are they going to nuke the place?
Cover it up, innit? Government doesn't
Of
want you to know
course.
that they're doing science down there.
Science
Of
rules.
course.
Don't say that, Mr. Scientist Man.
Bill!
Don't you see what science hath wrought?
Yeah,
Gordon
what have
fights
science
a bunch of these
done?
Marines, fights right the way through till he gets to another lovely train ride. And there you find Barney again, remember from the start of the
Hey,
game?
Barney!
He goes, Gordon, you must have heard. The government is going to nuke us. Ah, what do we do? What do we do? Our fate is sealed. No, wait.
Oh,
If we
no.
can stop their GPS satellites, perhaps we can stop them from nuking
Wait,
us.
how
They
did he-
won't know where the base is.
How
I
did he
think
know?
We can do that. We have a rocket at the base. If you can get it up into orbit,
How did he-
you
how can he
save
hear,
us
though?
all.
Isn't he
go,
deaf?
Gordon, go. Jump on the tram and I'll let you through. So he heads over to the rocket launching place and he presses the on button.
Press that
Light
button.
the fuse, Gordon. Let's see this baby fly.
Yeah! Oh,
We succeed in taking down the GPS and
Oh.
stopping the nuclear strike. However,
good.
everyone now knows where you are because you just launched a big fuck-off rocket, right?
No,
So
it's the
enemy is swarming
the
around you. You have to fight off a bunch of assassins.
ass.
Or
Hearted boobs up
You see,
again.
when you walk into the next room, ambush. One comes out of nowhere and knocks you unconscious.
Ow!
So they're beating up Gordon, and they're just
Ow,
smashing
ow,
his dick
ow.
in, and he's
Ow,
crying,
my
"No,
dick, oh, my
stop!"
penis.
And so they beat him
Oh, my
unconscious
penis.
and they drag him across the floor.
Where are we taking this Freeman guy? Let's kill him now. And if they find the body?
What body?
You are then
Uh-oh.
dragged away, and
Oh,
it fades
no.
to black. Now, you can piece together from their radio orders that they were supposed to bring you to the surface for questioning. However, they're quite annoyed because you've killed so many of their men, so they just decide, you know what, let's put this guy down. And they go, we can't just do that, right? They're going to find the body. Yeah, but I've got a way to dispose of the body. We then lose consciousness.
Oh
When
no!
you wake up, you are suddenly now in a trash compactor.
Uh-oh.
A la
Oh,
that
no.
scene from Star Wars.
It's from Space Wars.
That is how they were going to get rid of your body. But we climb up the boxes and we get out of there. Anyway, Gordon...
Also, fun fact: those little thingies, they're trams. You can actually press E on them, and then you can stop them. There's literally no reason to, but it's funny.
Anyway, Gordon reads a sign that says, "To freedom," which Gordon reads in
Freedom!
Braille, because he is deaf. New building. We turn around
In
to see
Braille because-
a scientist.
Hello, Gordon.
His name
Hello,
is
Gordon.
Eli.
Ooh.
And he tells us a bunch of vague exposition, and we're going to put it together for you. So
Uh-oh.
basically, what's happening is this. The resonance cascade is happening, which means these portals are opening up all over the place. And they don't know how to close the portals either. Now, the scientists reason that the portals cannot be closed. And that's because where the portals
Someone
lead is
is-
a place called Zen. It's an alien world. Someone
Someone is keeping it open.
Is keeping these portals open, which means we have to go there to shut it down. And by doing that, we will stop all the aliens coming through here and wrecking everything, breaking stuff. So we have to go into this
Breaking
big
something.
reactor that
And
will
then we-
teleport us to Zen, and there we can
And
close
there
the
we go.
portals for good. So
And
we
time
go up
for
to the
the-
reactor and press the on button, and it's quite loud. Before we jump
Very
through the portal,
loud.
we have a bit of a chat with the scientists. The scientists all gathered around and they're going, Gordon, you know what you must do.
Heck yeah!
Oh,
Let's go to
hell
Zen. How do
yeah.
I do it?
You gotta jump into the middle of the reactor.
That
Doesn't
sounds
sound like such a
risky.
good heckin' idea.
I don't know,
Remember
sounds
Chernobyl?
risky.
That's
Yeah,
how
how
they
can I
stopped
forget?
that one from going bad.
But that's not how
wait,
that's not how it
isn't
happened.
that-
As he's being pushed.
Into the CERN.
Trust
Oh,
the
off
science,
you go.
Gordon.
Just trust the
Gordon enters
science.
The reactor glowy bit. Cut to black.
Cut
Now,
to
this
black.
is
And then-
super neato, right? We fade in, and we are no longer on Earth. We have been transported
I don't think we're in
across the
New
galaxy
Mexico
to
anymore.
Zen itself.
Gordon has survived
There
the
she
trip.
is.
Now he has to stop whatever is holding the portals open.
I gotta save the world, says Gorgon. Now we fight
Gorgon
all the wildlife here in Zen
Freeboom.
until we find
Gorgon
another
Free-
portal. This takes him
Freeboom.
to some sort of alien facility. And at the alien
Oh.
facility, there are Vortigaunt everywhere. And they seem to be like the workers here, right?
This is like their version of Black Mesa.
Like, legitimately, that's
Kinda.
what this is.
White Mesa.
And so we
White
find our
Mesa?
way up the
White
facility
table?
Until we get to...
I'm half expecting a Vortigaunt version of Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, the Vortigaun's there with the microwave, pressing the button.
Stop fucking with the microwave.
Climbs the tower,
Nice.
and at the top he sees
Oh,
another
God, this is
portal.
dizzy.
So he jumps in that, and he is sent to
Oh.
a new world. In this place, there's a sort of bizarre ziggurat thing.
Ooh. Kind of looks like Shub Nagorath from you know. Oh, I missed the Gamer Subs thing. Kind of looks like Shub Nagorath from Quake, don't it?
And he runs over to it because it's a portal.
Wait, before we jump through the portal, why don't you tell us some lore?
Okay, in-depth lore time.
All right.
Now, in
Sit down,
Half-Life 1,
everyone.
the Vortigaunt are bad guys. They're constantly zapping you with their electricity.
Ah!
But
Electric.
in future games, they will actually be allies. They will help you a lot.
Ooh.
And the reason why that's the case is because they are under a sort of mind control at the moment. So the Vortigaunt have
hypno.
a collective consciousness. You can think of it like a mind internet. But a
Ooh,
big, scary
mind
creature
internet.
has come along and it is suppressing that shared consciousness, right? It's like a big Wi-Fi block. Now, the thing that's
Damn
doing
Wi-Fi
that
blockers,
is called
damn
a
jammers.
Nihilanth. The Nihilanth is also the thing that's keeping open all the portals, which means that all these creatures are coming back to Earth. So, in principle, if we destroy the Nihilanth, Vortigaunts go free, portals all stop, and they'll be your friend later, and they'll give you electricity, but this time it'll feel nice. Kind of like when you swallow a
Ooh.
9-volt battery and you feel all full and tingly inside.
Ooh, yeah, I had
So
that
let's do
happen
it. Let's
to
do
me
the
before.
boss fight with the Nihilanth. So we
The
fight
Nihilanth.
boss. The boss baby, if you
The
will.
boss baby.
Portion complete.
Hell
Orphan
yeah.
At 500,000 years, that seems too late to me. And we are sent
Yeah.
back to
No doubt.
somewhere new. Earth. But instead,
Oh, Earth? But it's...
Is that the G-Man? What is
Who's the G-Man?
Gordon
it's-
Freeman in the flesh.
Mr. Gordon
Or
Freeman
rather,
in the fresh.
hazard suit, I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it.
now at this point, it's very apparent that this guy doesn't just work for the government. He's something else altogether.
Oh. Whoa!
The border world, Zen, is in our control for the time being, thanks to you. Quite a nasty piece of work you managed over there. I am impressed.
The G-Man alludes that your efforts have helped in some sort of war. You don't know who the war involves, you don't know if it's people or other aliens or what's going on.
That's why I'm here, Mr. Freeman. I have recommended your services to my employers, and they have authorized me to offer you a job. They agree with me that you have limitless potential.
Which is very kind of them to say, because I didn't have to say that.
You know, you just gotta put
Yeah.
your head down, work hard, and send your resume to as many dimensions as possible.
Yeah,
Teleported
exactly.
one final time. And
Yeah, exactly. You gotta diversify your portfolios and whatnot.
we are now on that tram where the game began.
Hey, the
except
tram.
We are not on the tracks anymore.
You've proved yourself a decisive man, so I don't expect you'll have any trouble deciding what to do. If you're interested, just step into the portal, and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well,
Sandwich.
I can offer you a battle you have no chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax after what you've just survived.
So we are presented with a choice. Either work for the G-Man, step into this portal, not knowing what your fate may be, or be sent to an arena where you cannot win the fight, and you die. But oh no, Gordon is deaf and he didn't hear any of that, so he just heads towards the shiny thing because he wants to grab a grabber.
Yeah, just take that opportunity. Wait, what the heck?
I will see you up ahead.
What are those?
It is a 10% raise. And also, on Fridays, they do a pizza lunch. In the lore, Freeman is then put into a sort of stasis. He exists outside of time and space, and he is put there until such time as he is needed again. Kind of like a Pokemon in a Pokeball.
Ah.
And that's when Half-Life 2 happens.
Half-Life 2, I assume.
Correct. The end.
But what does the G in G-Man stand for?
Who's the G-Man? It stands for Gamer Subs! Yeah, buy Gamer Subs. Use code, I don't know. Use code, I don't know. Pending until I get an actual Gamer Subs thing.